Spencer, first time we've been able to catch up with you since being named the new head coach of the South Carolina Stingrays. And I know it's been a couple of weeks, but I know it's been a very busy couple of weeks for you. And I had the privilege of sitting in here on a couple of meetings, and just those first few moments of you being a head coach, obviously a lot on your plate, a lot more than just the hockey side. You have to arrange travel and work out the schedule and meals and training camp. Has everything been pretty overwhelming for you, or have you been handling it pretty well?
It's sort of settled down now. When first coming into the office and Cale moving on, there's a little bit of that transition where he's trying to give you as much little knowledge and hints of what I should be doing with my time right now as possible. So it was sort of comparable to like cramming for an exam or something like that. But it's been good now. Now I've been getting a lot of work accomplished now and settling into the office here and getting my bearings. So it's been good the last week. I've been able to really get acclimated with the situation.
Obviously, working as an assistant with him last year, you got to see him go through this very same situation. I'm sure you picked up a lot of those tendencies and how he handled things to really apply to what you're doing right now.
Yeah, and I've said it before, Cale laid this stuff out. He didn't keep any job to himself and didn't show me how we did it here in South Carolina. So that was really good. A lot of the things that I'm doing right now, I was able to see Cale do last year, and he showed me the proper protocol for doing, the little odds and ends, and that has prepared me to be able to do this stuff to the best of my ability right now.
Obviously, it's a little stressful, but are you enjoying it?
I am. I'm really enjoying it. It's exciting for me. I think when you talk about trying to build a championship team down here and the different pieces to the puzzle that go into a team like that, it's exciting. I think speaking with players and telling them about South Carolina and the way we run this organization in the great city here, I think it's sort of you're almost prideful, and you're almost like showing off, like, this is what we have going on down here. Like you would like to be a part of this. Like, here's what it is. So it's been good. I'm enjoying it, and I'm definitely very, very excited about the upcoming year.
It's certainly going to be exciting. And let's talk a little bit about those pieces of the puzzle you mentioned. Obviously, the first signing of the summer, and it was to much happiness for the Stingrays fans, that Matt Scherer came back on board as the team captain. He's a leader, and he's going to work closely with you, so certainly he'll help you out in that aspect. So that seemed like a big priority for the Rays right from the get-go.
Yeah, Matt, it's no secret he's a big part of this organization. He has been for the last 3-4 years. He was our captain last season. He's a tremendous leader. He leads by example and holds his teammates accountable and makes sure that everybody's walking the right line. So yeah, he's great. We're happy to have him back, and he's going to be a big part of this team next season.
Following up, Chase Langeraap and Sean Dolan, two rookies that came in late last year to help the Stingrays out, and then of course made appearances in the playoffs. Both of them got their first professional goals within those first couple of games and already showcased their offensive ability. So what did you see in them to bring them back on board?
Two quality guys. Getting Sean from University of Wisconsin, he came highly recommended from Coach Eves up there, who does a really good job. And when he talks about a player and has good things to say about a player, you usually listen, because he has a pretty good idea of what it takes to be a good pro, having seen a lot of them come through the University of Wisconsin. So Sean stepped right in here. He impressed us. He's a big kid. He's a centerman. He's good on the draws. He uses his body well. He's a really smart hockey player, and that's what impressed us the most about him last season. And we were very, very happy to get him signed back for next year. That was a good addition for us. Speak to Chase Langeraap as well, too, because he did a fabulous job coming in last year at the end of the year too. Made our playoff roster. Came in. He's a really put together, trains hard. He looks after his body, and he's going to be a good presence next year. I would sort of call him like a power forward that has the ability to make plays and chip in offensively. He's a big physical guy, so he'll definitely be rattling the boards around here at the Coliseum. But he's also a guy that we're going to expect to come out and not only contribute offensively, but we want him to sort of set the tone of the way that we're going to play and the way that you're going to have to come with energy every single night. It's non-negotiable, whether if you're just trying to take a Saturday night or a Sunday afternoon off, it's not going to happen. And Chase is a guy that will be able to bring that, and we expect him to bring that every night.
With those three, and looking forward to this upcoming year, obviously last year we knew the struggles of certain things like the power play and obviously more on the defensive side of the game. Kind of taking a look at the roster you want to build with those three to kind of start off, and then obviously more signings are going to come later. Where do you really feel this team is going to be moving towards as far as an overall idea or system style for the upcoming year?
Well, we're going to be a aggressive team. Like I feel defensemen are becoming more an important part of the game. I want fast pace, but also with guys that are being real aggressive in the offensive zone. Puck control, getting on the forecheck are two real big things for me. So when we play, it's not going to be a sit back style like come and attack us and we'll try to defend. We're going to be good in the D zone. It's going to be like, teams that win in the playoffs. It's a total commitment to team defense. You have to have that top to bottom of your lineup. But we're also going to be getting out and skating, and we're going to be creating offensive chances. We want puck possession in the offensive zone. And the more time you have down in the opposing team's end, the more productive and the more effective you're going to be with scoring goals. So that's going to be a big part of our game.
Looking at the Stingray schedule, and then I heard earlier in a meeting, one of the biggest challenges for the Stingrays this upcoming season is just the amount of time spent on the road, staying on the bus, staying in hotels, and that can lead to some groggy players or some guys like trying to adjust to their surroundings. And I know that you probably addressed that and have thought about the challenges that faces. How do you think you're going to go about handling those situations?
Well, I think you can look at it from you're on the road away from home. Maybe that's a negative, but I also look at it like that's a positive thing. You get your group of 20, 23 guys together on the road for 13 days in a row, and they're spending a lot of time together. They're learning a lot of different things about each other, and a lot of times I believe that it should bring you guys closer together. And that's, we have the 3 pretty long road trips up north, but I think those are going to be good, especially right off the bat. You play 2 home games and then you go on the road and sort of get to see your teammates and sort of become a team away from all the distractions. It's just you guys as a group, and you're going to play some tough games up there, especially early. So it's a good test, I think, to get that test that early in the season. I think is going to be a positive for us.